Life is all about ups and downs, and at the end, it doesn't matter that whatever is happening with you, whatever happened with you in the past, but it really matters that what you have learned from that, and I mean, how you are implementing that learning uh, in your future path. Okay, so this story is all about uh, this story is started with my journey when I started with Colored Cow, and how I started with one of the healthcare project, and there was some ups and downs, and there was a lot of learning that I'm keep using right now. So it was around 2018, and I just finished preparatory exercises, and I started interning with Colored Cow at that time. And I got to introduce with healthcare project that was an oncology platform, and it was a marvelous opportunity for me that time. So just imagine, straight out of the college, and I was getting a chance to work on the latest technology, as well as that healthcare domain. So it was a huge opportunity for me. So after a few days, I got invitation for the weekly call with the US team. And I remember I went for a haircut that day, and I wore one of my best clothing as at at that time it was possible. So even then I was so nervous, and it feels like someone dropped a bomb on my head, but it was that kind of nervousness. But the call went good, and just after the call, I started dreaming about being a part of that development team. And I was started putting lot of effort, getting things done, and getting things done in a right way. So at some time, I was having a sleep of around 4 hours. It was many times, but I was putting a lot of effort there. But I think the opportunity came sooner than as it was expected. And I think the founder was that mindset, uh, like basically she was on she was that mindset she was of that mindset that she was basically she was she believed that the number of years of experience is how good you are. She was basically judging on basis of your experience, so your experience. So she was already knew about myself, and I was a fresher at that time, and she basically objected us about being me a part of that team. So it was from that side. And after that my dream crushed brutally. And that was without my fault, because it doesn't matter that how experienced you are. It basically matters you are delivering the things or not. So I felt how discrimination the word is. And some images of the history books came in front of my eyes about how people struggle about and how people rise about these discrimination. So I remember I finished my work on that day sooner, and I went to home and locked everything. And I started crying. And I started crying, and for some for a few hours. And then I realized that so basically that moment was so demotivating for me. And I was thinking about this is the end of life, and someone rejected me, and this shouldn't be happen. But I think in Karadka we don't call ourselves problem solver for nothing. And my passion and desire to join that team was clear to everyone in the team. And that leads about thinking about how I can be the part of that project again. And I think the luck favors the wave, right? So something when about to happen, and one of the team member had to attend the emergency. And in Colored Cow we believe that the project pays shouldn't be impacted due to any emergency, right? So I came onboarded, but this time I was shadowing and fulfilling that person. But I was onboarded to that project. So it was a good. It was motivating for me. So I proved myself again, and I delivered the code as it basically worked as expected, and as someone else was doing that. And I still remember that even the file name or even the variable name that I coded that day. And I never experienced that. So it was a kind of first love for me. So though I never experienced the first love in another feeling, not so far maybe. But because of that little success and energy, so I remained on that project even after that person came from that emergency situation. But I think destiny had to something more for me. And the team member who left that time, uh he got fired on due to some reason. And also the project, the founder also reduced the headcount on that project. Again, the question came that how I can be a part of that project as again. And this time we took a different approach. I started shadowing some other person in that project, and I started delivering how it should be delivered. So it was that kind of passion about being a part of that project. So that impact, that event basically impacted me a lot professionally. And I don't quit easily after that situation. And I keep seeing others perspective time to time. And that approach helped me in my daily activities as well. So I achieved many things out of this and learning. And when I was a part of Glyphic team recently, and I implemented my new things, new learning there, the team noticed that success immediately. And while they were praising me for doing that work, implementing those learning, I was thinking that this attitude is really working for me. So it was around this incident. So it was you basically I will repeat again, life is all about ups and downs. And it doesn't matter that what happened with you. It really matters that how you are implementing that learning in your future path. It was it, I think.